I like Asus. They have a relatively clean lineup. I mean, say with Samsung, Realme, Xiaomi, Redmi, Poco, Vivo, Oppo, and recently even OnePlus, it's like enough is enough. There are way too many releases. On the other hand, Asus has the flagship and Pro, the Max, and then the ROG, which they recently did dilute, but you get the idea. For the most part, their lineup is pretty clean and simple. In fact, this is the only brand where people have been, where is the damn Max? Where is it?
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Now this time though, their lineup it's gotten a little muddy with the 8 and 8 Flip. And why do I say that? Watch on. Now first, let's start with the unboxing. So guys, this is the Zenfone 8 Flip and we get the regular stuff. Zenfone 8 Flip branding, Asus branding, again Zenfone 8 Flip. Let's now go ahead and start opening it up. Beat it up if it wasn't obvious from all this branding. I picked these up from 28mobile.com, who are this video sponsors. If there is any phone that's unavailable in your market, any different kind of phone, your flips, your folds, do check out 28mobile.com. Odds are they do have it in stock. They ship quick and they offer great service. I'll leave a link to 28mobile in the description below. Do check them out. Now, I like the 8 branding. Is it a reflection? Is it a shadow? It's a little unique. Now let's repeat the process with the Zenfone 8. Again, the regular stuff to the back. Let's now open up the boxes. First, Zenfone 8, and now the 8 Flip. Defy ordinary. The placements on the inserts are different. Now when you take these inserts out, the first thing you see is an Asus branded SIM ejector pin. Now that is followed by some information booklets like the user guide, and then there is a case. Asus have not gone with a TPU case. This is not a soft case, it's hard plastic. I like how it's gotten a pattern to the back along with some subtle Asus branding. It's the same with the flip case. I mean, not a flip case, but the case for the 8 Flip. And one thing different is that, it's got this tiny little thing to the top here. This physically stops the module from flipping. You can toggle it if you want to ensure the camera doesn't flip. In my experience with Asus's flip cameras though, I've rarely had them flip when I didn't want them to. Now guys, pulling out both these phones, they look nice. The 8, it's noticeably smaller. Let's now peel the plastic of the 8 Flip and then do the exact same thing with the 8. Okay, the finishes are different. The 8 has a frosted matte kind of finish to the back. I like the minimal Zenfone branding on both these phones. The 8 Flip, it has that flip camera, of course. It also has a glossy reflective finish. It's more prone to fingerprints and smudges. Now, let's take a quick look around these devices. Both have accented power keys, something that I really love with the Pixel lineup. I'm glad to see Asus implement that. The volume keys are also present to the right here above that power key. Up top, we have the secondary noise cancelling microphone, and then there's also a headphone jack. Also note that the 8 Flip does not have a headphone jack, but then to the left, it does have a dedicated micro SD card slot. In that tray, you can add 2 SIMs and a micro SD, whereas with the regular 8, the tray is to the bottom, and here you can only add 2 SIMs. Apart from that, both phones have the primary microphone, USB Type-C port, speaker, and also a notification LED to the bottom, so that's a nice implementation. Now to the back, we have differences with the rear cameras. We get 2 on the 8, 3 on the Flip. Also the 8 lacks telephoto while the Flip lacks OIS. We'll talk about all of this in a bit. So now let's get back to the rest of the box contents. Both phones have a USB Type-C to Type-C cable along with a 30-watt charger. So yes, charger is in the box. And this charger should get the Flip from 0 to 60 in about 35-ish minutes and the 8 from 0 to 60 in about 25-ish minutes, and that difference is because this one has a 4000 milliamp hour battery, this one has a 5000 milliamp hour battery. Now, you know why I decided to unbox these phones together? It's mainly because there isn't really all that much to talk about with the Zenfone 8 Flip. Remember the Zenfone 7? Not the 7 Pro, but the 7? Well, the 8 Flip is pretty much the same phone. Oh yeah, it's got the Snapdragon 888 instead of 865. What? You're waiting for an and? There is no and, that's it. It even lacks OIS from the 7 Pro. It's got the same Gorilla Glass 6 front, no Victus, exact same dimensions, same battery. It's the same damn phone. So there is not much to say, right? The Zenfone 8 though, now this is one I want to talk about. This is Asus's real flagship this year. It's gotten a lot of upgrades. So let's start with what makes this phone so damn unique. It's the simple fact that the Zenfone 8 is the most powerful small Android phone that you're going to come across. It's even smaller than the Galaxy S21. Just see these two side by side. At 169 grams, it's pretty light, it's sleek on the back, which again is Gorilla Glass 3, but it's got a matte finish, which I do prefer compared to the glossy finish on the Flip. Do note that this is a very, very slippery phone. I'm gonna leave the case on throughout my usage with this. I've almost dropped it already a couple of times. Now, even with the case on, it still feels slim in hand. The pattern you saw earlier helps get a great grip, and unlike the transparent TPU cases, this should look better after a few months of use. Now, the display here is 5.9 inches, so smaller than what we get on the S21, but it also has its similarities. This is also Super AMOLED, 120Hz, Full HD+. It seems to be a beautiful display. It's got a 700 nit peak brightness with 1100 for HDR, so under bright light, visibility of the screen shouldn't be a problem. Now, I'm not a fan of this metal trim around the selfie camera, the one in this tiny little hole punch. I'm sure anyone using it is going to get used to it real quick, but at the moment, initial impressions, I'm not really loving it. I can see it staring at me. Now, barring that, rest of the phone is perfectly fine. Asus have thrown in Gorilla Glass Victus for protection, and there's also IP68 water and dust resistance. So there are a lot of upgrades here that you don't find on the 8 Flip. Talking about upgrades, of course, the selfie camera isn't one because it's not flipping out. This is a nice little 12 megapixel selfie camera. It seems decent, but of course, when you compare it to the rear sensor, which is what you're going to be using with the Flip, it does come across short as expected. Now, the cameras to the back, they are nice and all, but they're also disappointing because they are downgrades. Now, the Flip, it's got the same optics as the Zenfone 7. So compared to the 7 Pro, we lose OIS on both the primary and the telephoto. The Zenfone 8, it gets OIS for the primary, but it lacks the telephoto entirely. The ultrawides are the same as last gen. And here's where I find a bit of confusion. Now, if I wanted to buy the best Zenfone, what do I go for? With Apple, it's the Pro Max. With Samsung and Xiaomi, it's the Ultra. With OnePlus, Poco, Realme, etc., it's the Pro. But here, it's confusing. On one hand, the 8 Flip, well, it flips. It's got an extra telephoto camera, and it gets you better selfies for obvious reasons, but it lacks OIS. It does have micro SD, but it lacks a headphone jack. From an external perspective, this one, it has the headphone jack but lacks micro SD. It's got the smaller display, but it's got the higher refresh, 120Hz versus 90Hz. This one has newer Gorilla Glass Victus compared to Gorilla Glass 6. It's got higher peak brightness as well. And as a side effect of this Flip camera, there's no IP resistance with the Flip, whereas you get ingress protection with the regular 8. So it's got a lot of new technology going for it. But then adding to the confusion is the fact that the 8 Flip is priced higher. Both phones look and feel great. The 8 Flip, it's a little uninspired given that you're losing a couple of features from last year's flagship, but they both feel great in hand. And the Zenfone 8, it's the best small phone I've come across in recent times. Now, I do sympathize with Asus. I understand a lot of decisions they had to make. The size is probably the reason they couldn't go with micro SD, why they had to cut out telephoto. The Flip module costs money. There's a lot of engineering that's gone into its development, and that makes it more expensive. And Flip, like I've said, is why it probably has no ingress protection. But just because I understand and sympathize doesn't mean I agree. I feel they could have done a lot more with the Flip. OIS, instead of repurposing the Zenfone 7, they could have repurposed the Zenfone 7 Pro, meaning it would have had OIS on 2 sensors. They could have upped the front protection to Gorilla Glass Victus. A few simple touches here and there, even if they are repurposing an old body, that would have made it a better, more clearer lineup, I would say. Now, Asus, if you're watching, answer this. If an end consumer walks up to you and says, I want the best Asus Zenfone this year, what would you suggest? This or this? I rest my case. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna stop right now. Maybe the more I use these phones, the more, things clear up for me. Maybe I'd get better answers. For now, what do you feel? Leave a comment down below. And by the way, I have the Zenfone 8 review coming out soon. And I mean it this time, it really will come out soon. The 8th Flip, I'm looking at a comparison with the OnePlus 9 Pro. Is that something that would interest you guys? Let me know in the comments again. So with that, it is time for me to bid you adieu. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt. Subscribe, turn on notifications, blah, blah, blah. Until next time, thanks for watching. You guys have a great day. Ash here from C4E Tech, signing off. Bye-bye.